Do you want to learn about AI but don't know where to start? Don't worry. In this video, we will go step by step and try to learn everything related to AI. So basically, there are 5 steps which you need to take to gain good knowledge on AI. Step 1, basics of AI. So things like large language model, LLM, machine learning, and other basics which you need to know to understand about AI. Step 2, prompt engineering. So any result you get from AI is as good based on the prompt which you provide. So prompt engineering helps you in learning how to best create your prompt to get best possible results. Step 3 is learning AI tools. Now, there are a lot of AI tools, like hundreds of them which have come in last few years, and learning some of them like ChatGPT, Grok, and others, and finding which one is right for what is very valuable. Step 4 is AI agents. So you can use AI agent to automate a lot of your tasks, and each AI agent can become just like one of your employee and provide a lot of output. So there are tools like Anit and Make.com and others which you can use to achieve this. Step 5 is vibe coding. So you can use vibe coding tools like Lovable, Replit, Cursor to create applications which may end up making millions of dollars or even $1 billion company. So in this video, we will go through all these steps, learn about all the different kind of tools and technology, and we'll also use these tools hands-on and create applications and automations, everything in this video. So make sure you bookmark this video and stay all the way till the end. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Avdesh Saxena. For past 20 years, I have been working with Fortune companies building large application. And for a few years, I have been researching on AI and sharing my learnings on this channel. In past few years, you might have seen a lot of people who started AI companies have become billionaires. AI experts getting packages of $500 million or more and getting pushed by different AI giants. People are using AI in their business and able to increase revenue by millions of dollars. So if you are trying to learn AI, then it's a very good decision. So step 1 is learning basics of AI. So first, what's AI? So AI is basically systems and machine which can simulate like a human. They can solve problem, think logically, come to and it's not only just robotics or chatbot. AI is embedded in most of the applications or system you interact now or in future. Next concept which a lot of people get confused is between machine learning, artificial language. So machine learning basically is when you train certain models on a predefined set of data. A few years back, you might have seen that large companies they have their own proprietary data, and they used to run machine learning algorithm to predict how things will behave or come up with certain decisions, what customers are looking for, and things like that. So, and now with artificial intelligence, what has happened is that there are companies like OpenAI, Grok, etc. They have gone through all the data possibly on internet and even books and other sources to come up with a model which can pretty much do anything. And these models are also referred as large language model, known as LLMs. Whenever someone is talking about LLM, it's basically these models which have a vast amount of information, and they can answer pretty much anything you want, from writing a letter, creating a poem, to writing a code or creating an image, and so on and so forth. So now, after learning about these basics like LLM and machine learning, feel free to explore more about these basic concepts if you want. Now, step 2 is exploring these LLM models. So as we discussed a little bit, so there are multiple LLMs available in market. Like OpenAI has its ChatGPT, then you have Grok, there's Perplexity, DeepSeek, and so many new LLM models and companies are there in market. So what you should do is you should try to explore these tools for similar problem and see which one work best for you. So we have also shared a video where we discuss 20 tips and tricks of using ChatGPT. So once you go through that video, you will understand different commands you can try and different things it can do. And similar thing you can do in other LLM models as well. Now, for example, you will observe that perplexity is pretty good when it comes to research. So when you're writing papers or doing, deep research, perplexity might be handy. It also shares, links um, and references. It can also go through the Reddit and other kind of uh, media's data, and it can help you in summarizing what people are thinking, what people are talking about. Now, if you look at Grok, it has been trained mainly on Twitter or X data. It might be something which is good for creating social media content, or, come up with different taglines, headings, and, things like that. Now, ChatGPT, it's kind of a catch-all. You can do pretty much anything in that. And things which we discussed about Perplexity and Grok, you can do in ChatGPT also. But whenever you have a problem, you should try in all of these different models and see which one is providing you the best option. And this way, you will know which LLM model to use in which situation. Now, once you learn more about AI, which we'll discuss in few minutes, and if you're able to code and all, that time you'll be calling some of these LLMs, and the cost might be a factor. So DeepSeek is something which is a pretty cheap model and which does pretty much anything compared to these other models. So, that time you might have to consider things like cost, which model is the cheapest, fastest, and in certain situation you might want to use some lighter model which provide a quicker response. And in some cases you might have to do deep research and you may need models which may take some time. They're more kind of heavier or bulky in nature. Now let's start with basics. What is prompt engineering? So prompt engineering is basically designing inputs or prompts in such a way for AI model to achieve desired outputs. Think of it like this way: AI models are incredibly smart, but they can't read your mind. So you have to give them concise instructions in order to accomplish a certain task. If you have to take an example, imagine that you have to ask a chef to prepare a food for you. So you can either say, just make me food. In this case, they may prepare something which you may or may not like. But if you provide them a clear instruction that, prepare me a food which is Italian and it should include chicken and few more details, then it is going to prepare a dish which you really like. So in AI engineering, a prompt can be a command or a question or a set of text or inputs which you provide AI model to get certain output. It's about turning vague idea into precise instructions to get the right results. Now let's discuss some of the core components of a prompt. That's instruction, context, persona, and format. Now, when you're creating a prompt, you may or may not need all of these components, but you may be able to mix and match some of these components to get the right results which you want. First, and probably the most obvious one, is instruction. So you have to let the AI model know what exactly do you want. Do you want it to write an email? Do you want it to write a poem? Do you want it to write a code for you? And in this, you have to be as specific as you want. Instead of saying, say, tell me about dogs, if you are more precise and you say that, like, write 100-word paragraph about why golden retrievers make a great pet for families, then this is more precise and will give you better results. Now, second is context. So when you're writing prompt, try to provide some context to AI. For example, if you are trying to write a response to an Airbnb guest, then provide that I'm trying to respond to an Airbnb guest about an issue which they responded, and these are the things which I want to mention. So once AI model has a proper context, it can provide output which will cater to this context. Third item is persona. When you're creating a prompt, you can ask AI to act as a particular persona. For example, you are writing a marketing copy, then you can ask AI that, hey, act as a 10 plus year experienced marketing strategist and write a copy addressing whatever you want to address. So this way you are able to give them a persona and they can write in such a way. Similarly, if you are creating, say, a poem for kids, then you can ask that, okay, act as a Santa Claus and write a poem for a 5-year-old. In this case, AI will take the persona of a Santa Claus and write in such format. Finally, it's a format. it's very crucial to provide AI what kind of format you want. If you are, say, asking for a YouTube script or a regular article, then you have to mention that. Or in some cases, you may need a format in a JSON format, or you may want to have it in a tabular. So it's important to specify AI what kind of a format you want. Now we'll try some of the examples related to prompt. The first example is assume that you want to create a marketing plan or marketing strategy for something. So in this case, we will take example where you are a kind of an Airbnb host and you want to create a marketing plan which you can use to increase presence of your Airbnb on Instagram. Okay, let's go ahead. So first, as we discuss, ask them to act as someone. So like act as a 10+ year experienced social media marketer and create marketing strategy to grow my Instagram. This Instagram account is for Airbnb property, and you should also provide what is the aim. So, and my aim is to get more booking, right? And my aim is to get more bookings. Okay, let's see. So here it is creating certain strategies. Okay, it is telling us how to write the bio, what kind of a content strategy we should have, what kind of a post we should be creating, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is good. Now as a next step, what we can do is, so like another thing with prompt engineering is like you should be interactive and ask follow-up questions to AI to get best result. So here we have got the strategy. So now it is, now let's ask it like based on this strategy, can you please create Instagram post for next 7 days, right? Add some more details like my property is a lake house, right? And it's good for fishing or boating. But now you have provided a prompt which is kind of follow-up question, and ChatGPT will provide you a follow-up strategy. Okay, so it has provided you theme, how to create, what kind of hashtags, and great. Now let's take another example where maybe you want to create an app, and you want to create this app on tools like say Lovable or Bolt or any other Replit, things like that. So how you can go about is, first, like you should have basic idea of what you want to build an app, and then you can ask ChatGPT or any other um, AI tool to create requirements for this app. So here I have an idea of app and I have created some basic requirement. But what I'll do is I'll provide instruction and ask ChatGPT to write requirements. Okay. So can you write detailed requirement for tool which has following feature? Okay. So here I have provided some of the features which I had in mind. So I mean, first is like user should be able to sign in, sign up, and once they have created, what we want is that user should be able to create a form where their customer can provide their email, phone number, and submit that form. or they can use a barcode also to scan and share these details. And once they submit it, then we want to show some kind of a landing page where customers are able to either see a referral code or a Wi-Fi details or whatever this user is trying to provide. So let's see what it does. So now what it is doing is it is providing a detailed requirement. So as a next step, what you can do is go through these detailed requirement and see whether it makes sense or not and what you want to add or remove, right? So this, it is providing different roles: admin, user, customer, different authentication, how you are creating a form, or you're submitting a form and whatnot. So now what we are going to do is we are going to ask ChatGPT that use these requirements and create a prompt which we can give to Lovable to create the application. Okay. So use these requirements and create a prompt which I can input in Lovable to create an app. So now if you see, it is kind of creating a detailed prompt which Lovable .ai can understand and create a feature. So still I feel this prompt is not as detailed enough. So, what you can do is use Manus.ai. So Manus.im actually, this is a very powerful general agent which you can use to create prompts. And it can do practically hundreds of things for you. So let's do one thing. Let's copy whatever ChatGPT has created and give it to it. Can you create a prompt with below mentioned requirement? Okay, let's see. So I have, whatever prompt man has created, I've copied it here, and you can see, it is pretty detailed. It has covered a lot of things, and some of it I may or may not have thought about. So what I am going to do is I'm going to copy this prompt and put it in this Lovable and create an app. So I'll not go through the app creation process in this video. You can check out other Lovable video to understand that. Since the prompt engineering will stay there. But I'll drop a link below of the app which I create and you can check that out. Now, another way to get an effective prompt or get the right answer from AI model is to ask AI model to ask you questions. So for example, I have a YouTube channel and I want to ask AI to help me grow this channel. So what I'm going to do is I have this YouTube channel and ask me questions which can help me in growing this YouTube channel. Okay. So I have YouTube channel. Link is provided below. Please help me in creating strategy to grow this channel. Ask me any question which may help you in coming with clear strategy. Let's provide the link. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it is asking some things like, what are the channel goals, audience, focus. So, I'm going to provide all these things. So if you look here, right? So if I had to kind of a guess and provide some prompt, I may or may not have done it. But now ChatGPT has told me specifically what kind of prompts or inputs I should provide so that they can help in creating the right answer. So here, like, I'll provide these 7 options, kind of 7 prompts, and then it'll help me in creating a strategy. The same thing you can do with any of your problem, right? So if you want ChatGPT to do say financial planning, you can ask that, okay, these are my financial goals. This is where I want to reach. Ask me a question which will help you in creating right financial strategy for me. Now, step 3 is to familiarize yourself with latest AI tools. Now, there are tools available for almost everything from image generation to video creation to video editing and so on and so forth. So what you can do is whatever in your day-to-day life you can think of certain operation which can be automated, you can start trying some of these tools. And we have shared a lot of such videos in our channel. So please feel free to refer and just figure out which tool works for you and go ahead with that. We will be discussing about AI agents and AI coding tools in next few minutes. Also, a lot of these AI tools which are currently available as standalone are getting integrated with these large LLMs. So, for example, OpenAI has started like image generation also. Previously, people were using separate tools, but now you may be able to use ChatGPT or tools like that, like Grok, to do it. So be aware of those things also, and we keep sharing such updates on this channel. So don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss these future updates. And step 4 is learning about AI agents or agentic AI, which some people call it. So AI agents are basically like autonomous agents which are capable of making decision, analyzing things, and proactively doing things which can help in achieving certain goals. So unlike traditional AI or other LLMs which we see, right, like ChatGPT, where you have to provide an input, then a certain output is created. But in case of AI agents, they can trigger themselves based on certain parameters which you have defined and achieve certain goals. So for example, you want to create an AI agent which is able to get the latest news from internet, summarize it, create a social media post, and post it on various social media channels. So for that, you can create it and you can trigger it on a daily basis. So every day, your AI agent will be posting uh, in social media on your behalf without you have to touch anything. And so there are a lot of tools which are available in market like make.com, n18, uh, manners AI. When you go through this course, I suggest you not only listen to what's presented but also try some of these AI agent building tools yourself. So this way you will get a hands-on knowledge and it will help you in deciding which tool may be best fit for your need. Also, don't forget to subscribe the channel. AI field is evolving and we keep sharing videos on no new AI agents and coding tools which are introduced in market, and we'll also share update on any of these tools going forward. So today we are going to dive into exciting world of AI agents. What they are, what they do, how can you use you to get competitive advantage and everything in between. So don't go anywhere. Now, you might have heard some people talking about, $1 billion company will be possible in future. What it means is like, one person or few people will be able to create and run a company with $1 billion plus of revenue. Now, how are they going to do it? So, AI agent is the secret which will help in fueling such $1 billion companies run by a few people. Now, today also you might have observed, like in last few years, a lot of startups have come, and specifically the AI based startup, they have become $1 billion company in a short period of time. and all of their those multiple founders, co-founders are billionaires. I remember when I read 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss long time back. That time he talked about outsourcing. So outsource tasks to countries which are cheaper, where labor is cheaper, and that will help you in getting more work done at a lot less cost. And that thing is still continuing, but in future you will see something similar happening with AI agents will be more effective and cost advantageous for doing different kind of tasks which you are doing currently. Now let's start with basics. So what is an AI agent? So AI agent is a system which is designed to perform certain tasks on behalf of a human. Just consider it as your personal assistant, just way smarter. So it can perceive its environment, process information, and take action to perform certain goals and achieve certain objectives. Now let's take an example of an AI agent. So if you are using an AI agent chatbot to respond to customer queries, in this case, what's happening is customers are posting their queries. Chatbot is, analyzing those queries, processing it, and responding to customers without you lifting your finger. So this is, a simple example of an AI agent. Now, how AI agents can be used in a business. So let's take few examples to understand, how you can use them. Now, assume you have a social media marketing agency and you manage, say, around 100 clients. Now, you may be having, 5, 10, 20 employees who do various tasks. First could be like, doing keyword research for each of the client, finding, different keywords. Second could be creating articles or social media posts for, each of the clients for these specific keywords. Third could be like, posting on multiple social media channels, websites, TikTok, Instagram. So what you can do is divide, these separate tasks and assign AI agents to do each of the specific tasks. So you will have, one AI agent doing keyword research. It will complete that task and pass it on to the next AI agent, which will, create posts for different social media channel. Then third AI agent will pick it up and start, posting it to each of the channels. So it's a simple example, but I hope it gives you idea, how you can use AI agents. Now let's take another example. So for example, you are a web development company and you have multiple developers, designers and all doing different tasks. First task could be like, designing a website. Second task could be building a website. Third task could be like, testing website if it is working fine or not. And you can automate all of these tasks using three distinct AI agents, and they can work together in a collaboration and achieve an objective, which is building websites. Now, if in your business you want to find out how you can, do it in best way, so first, what you should do is first analyze your business process. What are the different discrete tasks which are done? And then find out which of those can you automate it and delegate it to an AI agent. Now let's discuss about different type of agents. So first type is reactive agent. So you give them a question or task and they perform it. That's it. They don't store anything. They don't have any memory associated with them. Second is limited memory agents. So these agents, they will retain some memory during the length of the transaction. For example, someone, customer calls in and they have a transaction. So during that time when AI agent is helping that customer, it'll retain the memory, but after that it'll kind of start from zero when it's serving a new customer. Now third kind of agents are advanced agents. So these kind of agents, they can gather information, learn and adapt. One of that form you can think of it as a chat GPT. It is a one form of a very advanced agent. And cool part with AI agents is that they get better over time thanks to machine learning. So the more they interact, the more information they process, more decisions they take. Over a period of time, it'll get better and better. So how do you build AI agents? So currently there are multiple platforms which you can use to build AI agents. Some of them are like, Crew.ai, Make.com, AutoGen, LangGraph. We are going to discuss a little bit like, how to use Make.com and something about Crew AI. In future videos, you'll learn more about different each of these AI tools and how to use them. I already created a video on Make.com sometime back. So if you want to learn about it, you can go through that video. A lot of these AI agent based tools, they will, tell you to use multi-agent instead of one agent to achieve a task. And what's the reason behind it? So first is when you use multi-agent, it is able to go deeper and provide better output. Try it yourself. Like, if for example you give a huge amount of task in one go to ChatGPT, the result it performs, it may not be as good as when you break the task, give one task at a time and use those results and then feed it to the next task. You get better result and better, analysis out of it. Second is like, with multiple AI agents, you can have segregation of tasks and roles. So as we discussed earlier, right? So in web development case, you can have a one web designer agent, second web developer agent, third for testing these, websites or platforms. Now, each of these agents, you have a separate responsibility, and if something is not done right, you can find out where it is going wrong. And secondly, when they work over time, they get better and better in their own specialization. So that tool which you created or AI agent for designing it will get better and create better designs over a period of time. So, they are able to specialize and have a segregated responsibilities. And these multiple agents, you can have it, working parallelly or as a hierarchy also. So what I might mean by that is, for example, you have for social media, you have one agent at top, which is creating keywords. Second agent is kind of below this one, but it is creating different article. But then you may have multiple agents like posting it on multiple platform parallelly. So once the article is created, you post it on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter in one go. So these three work parallelly, but others are kind of hierarchical. Others are kind of having hierarchy because they are dependent on input from other agent. Now let's check out one of these AI agent builder tool. We'll just go through make.com today a little bit, but if you want to go in details, you can use earlier videos and other tools we are going to cover in future videos. So let's dive in. Now first, in order to use make.com, go ahead, sign in. So I've used my Google sign in. You can also do similar thing. Once you sign up with make.com, you have a free plan, paid plan. Currently, we are going to check out, how to use free plan. So you click on create new scenarios. And now what it does, it provides you option to create AI-based agents, like, multiple agents you can create, interconnect them. And it is asking you like, how first, like, how do you want to start? So let's assume that, let's take that example of social media agency, which we talked about earlier, and assume that you have a Google sheet where you have list of, keyword research, which you have already done, and you want to use it to create certain social media articles and then post it to a different channel. So what you will do here is you will going to say that, okay, first trigger is watch for new rows, when a new row is added. Now I have already connected my Google account, but if you have not done, you just click on add, click sign in by Google, and you will be all set. So once you have connected your Google account, you go ahead and search your Google Sheet, whichever you want to use. So we are going to use it using a path, drive, and then we will choose a file. So I have already created a file for make.com and I'm going to use it. I'll quickly show you how this file looks like. So this file, it has topics, and what I am doing for myself is like, different AI tools I have listed, and I want my agent to create a script or some kind of a post, and then we're going to post it to a Facebook for now. Okay, so now let's go back. So sheet name, we have one sheet. Let's select that. Table contain header, yes, and we are going to limit it to one for now, how many times you run it, and that's it. Okay, so now it'll run once. So now instead of every 15 minutes, what we will do is we will make it run every day. Okay, so every day this thing will run, and we'll just leave the default time. You can change it if you want, and then make sure you save it so that you don't lose your data. Currently it doesn't auto save. Now you have connected your Google Sheet. Now what you want to do is pick a topic and then create a post. So what we will do is we will use OpenAI. to create a post. So let's click on OpenAI. So here we will use create a completion prompt. So again, here also first you have to add a connection. So in order to do that, just click on add and get a key from your OpenAI account. You can go to this platform.openai.com/account API keys, and then you can create a new key and you can paste it here. I've already done this step, so I'll skip it. But once you have done that, you have connected with OpenAI model. Just select the latest one. Currently 4.0 is latest. Whenever you're seeing your video, whatever you have, just use that. Rest will leave it as a default. Now if you message, you will select a role. So the role will be user and text. So what do we want to provide as input? So we can say like, like create a social media post on topic, and we want it to pick a topic which we have already mentioned in the spreadsheet. So we'll select it here. So every day it will run, select first topic, then second topic, and go on and create a social media post. Okay, so we have done that. Okay, I think one role is enough. I don't want to add multiple roles, and so that's pretty much it. Now again, let's save our work. Now let's run it once to see what it's doing. Great, so it ran properly. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so it says create a social media post on topicmake.com. Okay, that was the first item which we were having, and then great, it created a post on make.com. So that's awesome. So again, like, you can segregate agents also. So you can have, if you want, only one of these set of agent which create social media posts, and you can also add it, update your spreadsheet with that post. And then you can have a second agent separately, which will just post on social media, but we'll go ahead and use this end-to-end process here. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to post it on a Facebook page. Now click on Facebook pages. Now we are going to use create a post option here. So again, like, you click on add, you add your Facebook page connection. I've already done it. Once you have done, you select a page, and then what do you want to post here? So if you see here, ChatGPT is giving us an option. So we will use this post which ChatGPT has created. I'll just use this message content. Okay. Now I think that should be fine. We click OK. Now again, let's save this thing. Let's run it once to see if it is running. Okay, great. So looks like it has done great. Now it picked up the second topic which was there, and that's how it was supposed to behave. Now let's check out our Facebook page, and it has posted this article on Claude AI, which was created in second step. So I hope you got some idea that how you can use this multi-agent framework to create agents and automate a lot of your tasks, and build bigger businesses faster. So that was a small demo of how you can use make.com. You can go ahead in this and create a lot of automations which will suit your business. Go through that, and we will cover other automation tools in upcoming videos. Building your first AI agent using N8N. If you ever wanted to automate some tasks, create AI agents, or just wanted to play with cool tech, this video is for you. So no coding required. By the end of this video, you will have a working AI agent ready to go. Let's dive in. Now you may be wondering, what is this N8N tool? So it is basically a workflow automation tool which let you connect different kind of application, services, and also AI models in a drag and drop kind of a fashion. Think of it as a Lego set for automation. No coding needed, but you can still make a tweak if you want to. So when you're using N8N tool, you can either use its cloud version or install it on your local machine. But for this tutorial perspective, I will use a cloud version, and I suggest same for you. It's very easy to go. You just sign up and you're ready to go. So let's check it out. So we'll use this n8n.io. Just log in. You will see this website. A lot of companies are already using them, and it provides quick tutorials, guides, and all. You can check it out, and you can sign up I've already signed in with this, so I'll get started. Generally, I use, Google sign in to sign up, but you can use whatever thing you prefer. Now, once you have, signed up, you can create a workspace, and then let's give it a minute. So once the workspace is open, you can create a new workflow. So this is the first step. So let's start by creating a workflow. So currently, the AI agent which we will be creating it will be, you can say, a social media automation. So what we want to do is first pick up some topics. So we have already some topics in a spreadsheet or a Google sheet. So what this automation tool will do is pick up a particular topic from that sheet every day, and then it'll automatically create a post. And once the post is created, it'll also save that post in a Google Sheet, and then it'll also publish it to a social media channel. So it's a small workflow, but it'll show you how to use it end to end. And then, possibilities are endless with this tool. So let's get started. Now, first, I suggest that, you give a no name to your workflow. So we'll say social media automation. So if you are someone who want to grow your social media account on kind of by default, then you can create hundreds of social media posts using these kind of workflows, and it'll post automatically for you and grow your channel, which is pretty cool. So at the first step, you have to add a trigger. So let's add a trigger on schedule. Now, when you come here, you can select what is the interval we want to do it, every day, one between trigger hour. You can select anything. I just select say 7 a.m. I want it to be triggered, and that's it. Now let's go back. So we have created a trigger. Now, what we want to do is every day go to a spreadsheet and then pick up the first topic on which we want to create a social media post. So let's look for Google Sheets here. So I'm using Google Sheets. You can use Airtable or something else as well. So now in Google Sheets, what we want to do is get rows. Okay. So we have already created a sheet. I've created it separately, and I'll quickly show you maybe. Yeah. So this is a just sample sheet. I'm calling it make, and so here I've put the topics. So that's what we want it to pick it up. Okay. So now you can connect your Google Sheet account. It's pretty simple. I have already done it, but it'll ask your Google credentials, and that's pretty much it. Resource, it's a document. You want to get rows. From where do you want to get? So here it'll ask you to select one of the Google Sheet. So we already have a sheet created. It's called make, and in that we have sheet one. So from there we want to pick it up. So that's pretty much it. We don't want any filters for now. What we want to do is just pick up topics which are already there in Google Sheet on a daily basis. Now you can click this test step to see whether your automation flow is working or not till now. Let's click OK. So now when we clicked it, it kind of triggered it. And if you see here, it was able to pick up, different rows, make.com, Claude. I mean, these are the topics on which we want to create social media post. Now let's get back to our canvas. So we have created a trigger successfully. We have extracted from the Google Sheet. Now next step. Now next what we are going to do is we are going to add advanced AI. So first select this advanced AI, and in this we will select an AI agent. So what this AI agent will do is it will perform some kind of an action, So we already extracted, some topics from Google Sheet. And here, when you come inside the AI agent, what we will do is we will define our prompt, okay, what we want this to do. So we will select define prompt. And then what we will say is create a social media post on topic, and then we can select topic from here. You can just drag and drop it here because this is a parameter you want to use. Okay, so now when you will run this automation, it will use this topic and create a social media post for you. Now this, in order to use this AI agent, you will have to connect this with some kind of a LLM model or an AI model. So that's why let's come back to canvas, and here it has option to connect a chat model. So let's connect it. So it provides you so many options, like, from Anthropic to Azure, DeepSeek, whatever you can use. We will use OpenAI. I already have access to this, but you can use anything you want. Now you can connect your account. I have already connected my account, but if you have not already, then click on this create new credential. When you go to platform.openai.com, then from slash keys, you can get a key from OpenAI. You will provide key here, and that's it. Like, you will be connected. And now again, OpenAI provide various kind of models. We will use this GPT-4o mini, providing it by default, and it's pretty good for our need. Now, so let's come back to our channel or canvas. So we have connected a AI agent, and then we have added a OpenAI chat model also. Now let's test how this workflow is performing so far. Great. So workflow has executed successfully till now. Now let's go inside this and check it out. Okay. So if you see, it took input from Google Sheet, a topic, and then in output, it created a quick social media post on this make.com and even Claude AI, the second topic which we were having. So far so good. Now what do you want to do? If you want, you can again connect a Google Sheet and post these topics there if you want somebody to review that before it gets published in social media, or you can directly publish it also. So, I want to have one step in between where I want to update my Google Sheet. Now, one few more things which are connected with the AI model is first this memory. So if you want to store certain things in a memory while you're processing and all, then you can use this option. You don't need it for now. And then you can connect different kind of tools using this tools option. So for example, in some cases you want to have a Google Calendar. Let's click on it. There are a lot of tools available in this. You can connect them, and when you define certain things in agent, it can go ahead and update these tools also. Now what we want to do is, I want to update this spreadsheet with the new social media post which is connected, because I want to quickly review it before it gets posted on my social media channel. So now what I will do is, I'll click here and I'll look for sheet. So I'll go to sheets, and then what I want to do is, I want to update a row in the sheet. So I'll use this option. Now I've already connected my Google Sheet, and you would have also done it in your previous step. So we want to select a sheet within a document. We want to append or update a row. Now document, will use our same sheet which we used earlier, which name was make. And now what we want to do is, there are multiple options. Either you can map each column manually or map it automatically also. I'm just doing it manually because I just want to be, I find it easier to do. So first, what column do you want to have a match on? So I want to have it on topic. So whatever topic this social media post is created, I want to update a corresponding column for the social media post. So values to be sent. So which topic, which field will be used to match? It's a topic. So I will again just drag and drop this topic here. So it will match on topic. And then what we want to update is, we want to update a script. So for that, we will use this output. So it will go ahead and search on the topic and update script. So this looks good to me. Let's test it out how it performs. Great. So looks like it has done its job. Now let's quickly check our spreadsheet also. Okay. So it has updated. So it looked for make.com, and then it created a script or a social media post. You can go through it if you like. Good. If you want to make any changes or whatever, right, that also you can do. You may want to add your personal touch, or something like that. Now we can go back to canvas, and we can see our workflow till now. So this way you can create multiple or hundreds of social media posts, and sky's the limit with what you can do with this N8 automation and using these AI agent. For example, in my case, I create a lot of YouTube scripts using AI, and I've created a workflow where automatically it picks up certain topics which I've selected, and it creates YouTube script for me, and saves hours of time for me. So currently we have our content ready, which we can post it. Now you can also connect it with Facebook or other social media channels. I will not go through that in this video because it's pretty time consuming and I wanted to keep it a concise to give you a feel of how to create an agent. In upcoming videos, we will dive into each and every specific topic, how to post it on certain social media channel, and if there's any other tool you want me to build, then let me know. You can also use this to read emails and respond to emails in an automated fashion. You can also, do data transformation. You can add a human also in loop. So, for example, we talked about responding to emails. So, you can have this tool send you approval so that you can see, okay, whether the email it is sending is good or not, and you can just approve it and it'll send it. So if you want human approval or something, you can add human in the loop, and so many things you can. If you want me to automate any of the specific workflow using AI, then let me know, and I'll try to share a video on that. So today we are going to discuss building AI agents using Zapier, a game changer that combines power of AI with workflow automation. We'll also see how you can use it to build automated workflow in order to do a posting on social media seamlessly. So whether you're an entrepreneur, freelancer, or someone who's just interested in technology, this video will help you in taking your automation game to next level and will help in reducing effort which you are currently spending in doing repetitive tasks via automation. So in this video, we are going to learn first what is Zapier AI agents. Second, how do you use it? Third, why it may be a better option compared to other AI agents. Earlier on this channel, we have discussed AI agents like N8N and Make.com. So please feel free to refer those videos to see which AI agent may work best for you. Also in this video, we are going to discuss how you can automate posting on social media channels so that your social media channel can grow effortlessly. So don't go anywhere and stay all the way till the end. So what is a Zapier AI agent? So Zapier AI agent is the latest innovation from Zapier which adds intelligence to your automation workflows. Unlike traditional Zaps which used to follow a predefined workflow, AI agent can do a lot of things. It can make decisions, generate content, and also automate a lot of the tasks with the use of artificial intelligence. Think of it as an AI powered assistant which connects all the apps which you were connecting earlier in a more smarter way. And why should you use Zapier and not any other AI agent platform? So if you are already using Zapier in your business, then it may be easier to integrate Zapier AI agent or this AI workflow in your existing process. So in this video, we are going to discuss multiple ways you can use the Zapier AI agents, and some of them you might have never heard of. Okay, so let's start building our first AI agent. So let's look for Zapier AI agents. Okay, so now you can get started for free. You can connect it using Google or create a new login credential. I've already created mine. Now in order to create agent, right, you can just click on this new agent. So when you create a new agent, right, it will give you a lot of predefined template that lead generation and all these things. You can look and see if any of those work for you. But we are going to create an agent today which will kind of automate our social media posting. And generally when I create agent, what I try to do is create separate agent for different tasks. So first agent I'll create in order to create the social media post using AI, and then we'll save it in a Google spreadsheet so that we can refer it later. So let's create social media agent. Start from scratch. Great. So there are two options. So first is you can chat with AI and provide it commands what you actually want to build, and then it will build for you. Or you can go to configure and directly connect your agent which you want. So we will go ahead and create it directly here through configure. Later we'll try to explore a chat feature also. So description. So we are creating a social media post for basically a Airbnb which is having multiple social media channel like Facebook, Instagram. So this first we'll create a post and keep it in a Google sheet. which we can review, or we can directly, post it on multiple channels. So description for this agent is create social media post for an Airbnb. So if you already have a real-time data source you want to connect, you can connect it using this plus icon. So you can have a, Excel sheet, Google Doc, or whatever, and it will refer those data sources before creating, whatever data you're asking. In this case, social media post. If you want it to refer something, you can connect it. But right now we don't want to do that. Now we will create a behavior. So first trigger, what is the trigger? So we want it to run on a daily basis. So we'll do schedule by Zapier, this option, and we want it to run every day. Now we can select what time we want it to run. So we'll just select it, say morning 7 a.m. It should run. Now we'll save it. Now instruction. So we want to create a detailed prompt telling it to create a social media post, and giving a good prompt is important. So if you don't know how to create a good prompt, you can go to ChatGPT or something and create a prompt for your specific thing. Since this agent will be working on a daily basis, you want to make sure you have the right prompt for it. So I went to ChatGPT and asked that, hey, create a prompt which I can give an AI agent to create Instagram post for my Airbnb property. And it created this prompt with a detailed example. So, you know what, I'll just copy this thing and put it in the agent. Now, these are my instructions. So we want agent to create a post, and then what I want to do is I want to update it in a spreadsheet. So I've already created a spreadsheet. I've named it Zapier, and it has a heading and a post. So what we are going to do is insert action, and we want to update a Google Sheet. What we want to do is create a new spreadsheet row where we will add this new social media post which we have created. And let's see, Google Sheet. So we have already created connected our Google account. If you have not done that, then you can do it. And we want to specify a specific location in Google Drive. Yeah, I want to select this Zapier sheet. And okay, worksheet also we have. We will select a worksheet. There's only one worksheet for the spreadsheet. Okay. So adding and post, I'll let agent decide. So I'll give a little bit more instruction here that, set heading column in spreadsheet with heading which we want to give our post, and set post column in spreadsheet with social media post just created. Okay. So let's see what it does. Let's first save it and then let's test its behavior. It'll take, a few seconds or a minute. Okay, so now it's done with its action. Let's see what it has created. Great. So it has updated our spreadsheet with the social media post it created for us. But heading, it is just saying, Instagram post. So let's ask it to update heading. So what? So here you can use this reply option to provide feedback to agent, and it will make updates based on that. So what we want to say is, can you please update heading column in spreadsheet to specify for post, engaging heading for post. Okay, let's see. So now what it'll do is it'll kind of, update the prompts based on our instruction, and then you can check it out. Okay, so we provided the feedback. Social media agent, it started incorporating the feedback, and then it's updated the spreadsheet, based on our feedback. So it has updated with a more engaging headline, and let's check it out. Okay, so it created one more row, and if you see second row, it is like, escape to waterfront bliss. So this is like a heading which we would like to have in our Instagram or Facebook post. So this is good. So we have got a heading and a post which we can use and start posting on our social media. And now let's create our second agent which will post it on social media. Let's start with Facebook for us. So let's name it like, post on Facebook. So, okay, test 1, 2, 3. Now what we want to do is it should pick up post which we created in our spreadsheet. Now, what I wanted to do was, along with the post, have an image also being posted on social media. And if you want, you can use some of the AI models to generate an image. But for in this case, I prefer using one of the existing image, which I clicked myself and use it. So what I've done is I've added one more column in a spreadsheet where I post a link for the image which I want to be used in a post. So you can have your certain set images and copy that link, and along with the post, that image will go along. Now, last time we used configure option. Now let's use the chat option and try to create an agent using chat. So what I'm telling is create an agent which picks up social media post with heading and post from Google Sheet, and add an image and post it on, let's do Facebook. Add an image from link provided and post it on Facebook. Now let's see what it's doing. So it should guide us on how to create this agent and ideally create an agent for us as well. So basically it responded with this, that this will be the trigger when a new row is added in Google Sheet. Then it will extract the data and post the formatted content to Facebook. And it is asking that, hey, do you want me to generate? So let's say yes. Let it generate instructions for us. So it created some instruction. Let's use this option to create a behavior. So first it is asking us to specify which Google Sheet. So again, I already have my Google account linked. Now let me select this Zapier sheet, and in the spreadsheet we already have a worksheet. Just save it. Now it is gonna post it on Facebook. Let's see. So Facebook, we can select account. So I already connected one account, and it should be a business account, and then you can specify which page you want. So there's only one page with this account, so it has selected that agent. Rest I'll leave it up to agent to do the task. So I think we should be good. Let's test this behavior. So now it was able to complete the action. It successfully posted the article which we created in the spreadsheet on Facebook. So let's check it out. Here it is. This is the article, and this is the image which I provided in the spreadsheet. So great. Escape to waterfront breast, this, that. Perfect. So if you can see, right, this way you can create an automation, and multiple posts can be created in one go. You can have this kind of a trigger where every day a post is created, and either you can automatically generate image or provide a link for the image. So here we have provided this link. One pro tip, make sure this link is publicly accessible. Either use some of those image sharing platforms, or it can be on your website and you can share a link. It should not be somewhere, where Zapier is not able to access it and it needs some login credential. So this way, right, you can save a lot of your time. A month worth of content can be created in just few minutes and you're all set. And this will grow your business. It will get you new leads. And this automation will, probably 10x your business. And now let me show you one different use case from Zapier, which you might have not seen or heard in any of the, other videos. At least I have not. So when you go to a regular Zapier, right, not the Zapier agents, you see this page, and you can create a Zap automatic workflow. Now, like me, if you have been using Zapier, you might already have a lot of workflows pre-built. So what you can do is, and that's something new and special, is in these workflows, you can insert an AI agent in between. So you'll see in this Zap, I have inserted an AI agent, and they call it AI by Zapier. So for example, if you had a workflow where you add something. So for example, here I'm creating YouTube scripts by using automation. So I provided some topics. So what this Zap is doing, it's picking up a topic from the sheet, and then this AI, I provided a prompt that create a social media post on topic which is coming from this sheet, and it is creating that post, and then it is posting again in that spreadsheet in a additional column. But this thing is something really powerful and unique about Zapier. A lot of people who are using Zapier for a long time, they can use AI by Zapier inserted in between their Zap or at the end of the Zap, and extend their existing workflow. So you might have spent hours and months building and perfecting those workflows, and building it again in a new AI agent may be very difficult. So using this way, by using AI by Zapier, You can do it in minutes, and it can improve efficiency of those workflows to next step. For example, if you are generating leads, then those workflows might be capturing leads, but you can add this AI by Zapier, compose an email which can be sent to that lead, and have that additional thing in the end of it. So possibilities are endless. So I know a lot of people discuss AI by agent, but in these apps also you can insert AI and take it to next level. So I hope you were able to find this video helpful. Please drop a comment if you want me to discuss anything else, and how are you planning to use these AI agents and Zapier in real life working scenario. In 5 years, AI agents might outnumber humans online. Thinks that's crazy? Stick around and I'll show you how it's already happening and what you can do to prepare yourself. In this video, we are going to discuss first, what are AI agents? Second, how are they taking over the world? And finally, what can you do to prepare yourself and make sure you are staying ahead? In this video, we are going to discuss all about AI agents, these sneaky little programs which are running everywhere and automating everything with the help of AI. So what are AI agents? So AI agents are like a software buddy, which does not only follow instruction, but it also think, decide, analyze, and take actions. Think of it as a Siri on your phone or Alexa, but way smarter. So these agents can book your flight, order grocery for you, automate video creations, and do a lot of things related to your business. And here's the kicker: they're just not these little helpers, but big companies like OpenAI and Grok XAI, they are taking actions, create data scientists, and also solve big problems related to medical space and whatever you can think of. So recently, Manas AI was launched, which is the first general agent. We shared that video on our platform as well. But you'll see that with this agent, you just have to give a command. It'll do all the analysis for you, create a to-do list, compile results, even write software code for you, and if needed, create a software or a website or a dashboard which you can see in the subdomain. And that's pretty crazy. Before that, you can ask ChatGPT certain question, you'll get certain answers, but then you have to take action on your own. So if you're finding value in this video so far, then I'd like to request you to subscribe and like this channel. We are a small growing channel trying to reach our first 1,000 subscriber, and this really helps us in reaching to more folks like you and showing more videos to you. So how are AI agents taking over? So you might have heard some experts saying that in future you will have a one person billion-dollar company, which means that a one person will be able to create and run a billion-dollar company. And AI agents are secret behind that. So instead of having 100 people doing say 10 different tasks, you can have 4 or 5 different AI agents doing almost everything. So previous people used to outsource jobs to cheaper countries to save costs. But in future, they're going to outsource a lot of the manual repetitive tasks to AI agents. So some of the examples, like AI agents can be used to build applications. So if you have a software idea in mind, instead of hiring army of 100 different developers, you can just have few AI agents create a complete platform for you. And some experts predict that by 2030, 80% of customer service, which is done currently for online customers, will be done through AI agents. So we can say goodbye to a lot of these customer service jobs as well. Not only this, like AI agents are taking over a lot of other stuff like running warehouses, trading stocks, and practically running businesses. Recently, a AI agent created a song which was a hit, and it reached million streams. That's pretty crazy. So what does it mean for you? So either you can sit and let AI agent take your job or business, or you can learn about it and leverage them to grow your business 10x or improve your productivity. And that's what we are going to discuss, some of the practical examples and how you can do it. Now let's discuss some of the practical use cases where you can use AI agents for yourself, and then provide it to AI and ask it, hey, how I can automate it. It'll give you pretty creative idea, and then you can start automating smaller parts of your business. So if there are 5 different distinct tasks, maybe automate one of them, see how it performs, then second and third. Slowly you'll see that AI agents have freed up a lot of your time and effort, and you can use this to scale up your business. Second is you can save a lot of time by managing your emails and calendar. So you can easily create an AI agent using software like N8N, which can first monitor all your emails. Then second, it can create a specific response to those emails. Then if you don't want to directly send those responses, then you can configure some kind of notification mechanism that you get it either on your WhatsApp or text message or some other channel. And then you can approve that this mail looks good or not. Imagine, like 50 to 100 emails every day AI agent is sending for you and saving you a lot of time. It can also look at your emails, and based on requests, it can schedule meetings on your calendar and organize a lot of things. It's like practically having a personal assistant. Third is you can automate social media content generation and posting. Now step 5 is learning about AI coding, or vibe coding as people refer. Now, vibe coding is now coming up because with AI you can just explain what you want to build and go ahead with that. So people will provide a one line or two line statement that okay, I want to build this. AI will create something, and then people will provide more prompts on top of it, make changes, and come up with something which works for them. So you're going more with your vibe rather than following those old coding principles. Now it's important to understand, like how different type of AI coding tool works. So if you have to categorize, there are three major categories. The first category is these vibe coding or tools which are kind of completely automated. um, they work on browser, so things like Replit, Lovable, and Bolt, right? So all these core tools, you just go to a browser, there will be a Google type of a text box. You tell them what you want to build, and it will build it for you. And whatever is built, you can review it, you can provide comments, but you don't have too much flexibility in making changes. And as a non-developer, you may not understand where and what you have to change. So it is good for people with no coding background and creating basic apps and getting started. Second type of tools are what you call IDE, or integrated development environment based tools. So there are tools like Cursor AI, Windsurf, where you have to actually download these tools in your laptop, install it. It's pretty easy, it'll guide you through the process. But once it is installed, you have the environment in your laptop, and then you can provide comment and it will build something. But at the same time, you also have a control, and if you have some coding background, or you can refer internet and make certain changes if you want, and have more control of over this tool. And these kind of tools are way cheaper compared to the category one which we discussed. So you'll see Cursor AI and Windsurf are comparatively cheaper than Replit or Love. Now, third way to use AI for coding is use it in your regular, day-to-day job. So if you're already a developer or having certain set kind of environment set up for your company, whether it's in Python, React, whatever, right? So you can refer to these LLMs, get a piece of code, or you can use Google Gemini, or in Grok, where they can review your code, provide suggestions, or a lot of those things you can do. So here AI is more of something which is helping you, or as acting as an assistant rather than taking control, which we saw in the first scenario. Now, whenever you are using AI tools for coding, make sure you take care of things like security and cost associated with your app, and think in those parameters also, because as you scale up, right, your app may be prone to getting attacked. You may be having proprietary data of your customers which you don't want to lose, and things like that, right? And when you scale up, if the cost per call is pretty high, then you'll end up paying more than what you're charging your customer. So all these things are important to consider. Frankly speaking, nowadays with the AI coding, anybody can build an application with no coding experience required. But if you don't have a right architecture or coding framework, then you may end up building something which is not useful, or build something which is full of garbage code and doesn't do what you expect it to do. So today I'm going to share my 5-step workflow which you can use to build AI apps faster. Now let's dive into this 5-step process. So step 1 is market research. Now whether AI coding or a regular coding, there's no point in building an application which nobody wants. So make sure you are doing a proper market research to build something which customers are really wanting. You can use ChatGPT and other tools, even Perplexity, to do research, find out what's the demand, what kind of features people are looking for, what are the problems they are sharing before starting building. You can also, see places, for example, like App Store, which are the top application or which are the top the paid application which you want to replicate and make a cheaper or freer version, um, or you can run Facebook ads to see whether people are really interested or not, and have some kind of a sign up wait list. And if people are showing interest signing up for wait list, then you know that yes, people really want this app, and then you can get started. Now step number 2 in this workflow is design. Now trust me, design matters most than most developers think. There's no point in building an app with a great backend and functionality if the UI design looks clunky and it's not user friendly. That's why one should bring design at the front of the process. So there are a lot of design tools available like Figma, and other AI based tools have also come up, which you can use, provide prompt, and create a beautiful design. Nowadays, you can use ChatGPT and other apps also to come up with a mock-up designs, and then either you can integrate these design directly with your coding tool, or you can take a screenshot and upload. Another thing which you can do is take screenshot of your competitor and provide that as a reference to your vibe coding tool when you're building app, so that it can get idea and build something. So when you start vibe coding, right, so it's very important that you start first with design, build the outer structure, how look and feel, and even get feedback from folks before building any functionality or logic behind it. So step 3 in this workflow is providing the right prompt. Quality of your AI application depend on the quality of input prompt you provide. So if you provide a one like or generic prompt like, hey, build me an app on say habit tracking, then it may build something, but it may be very generic and not have all the functionality you need. But if you provide a prompt like, hey, build me a Node.js app for habit tracking with front end looking like this and back end use MongoDB, and it should have certain rules, and more details you provide, right, then it becomes a stronger prompt. And your AI coding tool will be able to provide something which really works. You may be thinking that, hey, I don't know how to create a prompt, what do I do about it? So don't worry, we have things like ChatGPT, Perplexity, where you can type in first your general statement and say, hey, create me a prompt which I can use with my vibe coding tool or AI coding tool, and then ChatGPT will create a detailed prompt for your one line, two line statement, and then you can review that prompt, provide it input, and improve the. Another thing which you can do is you can ask ChatGPT or any LLM you're using that, hey, I want to build an app for, say, habit tracking. Ask me questions which will help you in creating a right prompt for this application. In this way, LLM will ask you relevant question which will help in making your prompt stronger or comprehensive. So for a good prompt, make sure you are specific, you're providing clear direction. You can also ask it to act as a particular expert. Act as if you have 15 years of experience in building this and provide me something, right? Now, step 4 of the workflow is build one component at a time. So this is a big mindset change which you need when you're building apps using AI. Start building a component at a time. So let's say you are building an app for, say, habit tracker. In that, if you give all the information in one go and ask the AI to build analytics and whatnot, then it may or may not build what exactly you need. But if you go step by step, that okay, first build me a sign up page, so anybody will be signing up, make sure it is working right. Then the next home page, what do you want to see, what should be in the dashboard, then build one by one, step by step functionality. This way, AI will be generating more cleaner and to the point code, and it will be easier to debug the code also later. Another advantage is it also provides you a momentum. So when you build one component, it's working fine, and you get kind of a quick win. It helps you in moving along. But if you try to build everything in one go and nothing is working, then you keep, you really get frustrated and you don't know what to do. And finally, what you may end up doing is just junk the whole project and start from scratch. Uh, Instead, it's always better to think of your whole project as a multiple component. Start building one component at a time and then complete it all the way to the end. Now, for step 5 in this framework is choose a AI tool based on your strength. This is one thing which many people overlook, especially when they are building a product using AI. They end up choosing something which is like popular, or everybody is talking about. Instead, you should focus on tools and platform which you understand, you are comfortable with. Now, currently, if you look at AI tools today, there are two major type of products. One is like the browser-based product like Lovable Replit, where you just type in a command and the tool will create everything for you. And another is like Cursor and Windsurf, where you download a integrated development environment, you set it up on your laptop, and then you take help from AI in making changes, and you can also do coding yourself. Now, if you are someone who has no coding experience, then I'll suggest you go with tools like Lovable or Replit. And between that also, if you have experience in using Lovable, then I'll say like stick with it. Don't try to use something new like maybe Bolt. Um, Second thing, if you are a hands-on developer and you're using things like Cursor or Windsurf, in that case, when you are building an app, you provide AI instruction that build an app on this technology. For example, if you're comfortable with Python, ask AI to create on Python, so that tomorrow, if or later if you face any issue, you are able to debug it yourself. So there's no need for you to build an app on some technology which you have never used yourself, um, and get stuck. So there are basically 4 reasons why Google Firebase Studio has a huge potential, and we are going to go through this video. And after that, you will know that why you should start paying attention and start learning about this tool. Now, these are the 4 reasons why most of the vibe coders or AI coding folks are moving to Google Firebase Studio. So, number one, it is free of. So, Google Firebase Studio is changing the way we build, prototype, and deploy apps for AI coding cost. Yes, all the competitors or products available in market, whether it's Lovable, Cursor, Windsurf, or anything you take, it's anywhere from $20 to $30 per month. But Google Firebase Studio is free currently. So go ahead and build as many apps you want. So being free removes a big hurdle, which many newbie or people who want to learn about AI coding were not able to do. But after building an app, if you end up publishing, then yes, you have to pay some money, and that's how I think Google want to make money. That provide this tool for free, but when you end up publishing the app and people start using, it'll make money. Now, number two is that it has everything on browser. So currently, if you look in market, there are two type of tool. One are like AI coding tools, browser based, where you just type a comment and it builds something. And second type of tool are more of a integrated development environment, IDE, which we call it. There you have to download a software, and you can have a look and feel like a development environment. And AI will also help you in building the tools. So for first kind of things, you have apps like Lovable, Replit. For second scenario where you have to download and use an integrated development environment, you have things like Cursor, Windsurf. Now, what Google Firebase Studio has done is it has practically combined both the things together, and it has provided you in browser. So when you open Google Firebase, you have the ability to just type in and create an app, but you also have access to the code and make changes if you want. So it provides a flexibility. So it's basically like combining Cursor and Lovable at one place. Reason number three is that it's powered by Google, right? So Google has, published this Firebase Studio, and they are a big established company with huge amount of capital to improve this tool and make it better. Now, when you look at big companies and when they're evaluating software, they see how strong that particular company is, because to be honest, a lot of these other AI coding tools and software which are startups, they may end up becoming big, but it may also end up that these companies don't survive and they end up closing their shop. In that case, like whoever is building their apps on these platforms face a huge risk, right? You build your app, you spend so much time, and now company is shutting. What do you do? But with companies like Google or even Microsoft, like you have that assurance that these are big established companies for a long time, and they are not going to close anytime soon. And you can be well assured that these companies um, will end up spending money and improving the tool. Now, reason number four is that it provides a lot of built-in integrations with Google products. So first, when you use Google Firebase Studio, it has an inbuilt Google Gemini, which is one of the most powerful LLM available in market. So you are leveraging that power when you're building an app or debugging and whatnot. And on top of it, like it provides a lot of built-in templates which you can use to build your applications, and then you can easily integrate with a lot of their backend and other kind of integrations and support. So now let's check out Firebase Studio. So like it is a full stack AI workspace. You can do everything, entire software life cycle, from building to testing and debugging. You can build mobile apps, web apps, and this is how it will look when we go inside. It will also provide you a console where you can make changes and edit your application, and also provide this kind of interface where you can chat and build your application. It is obviously powered by Google Gemini. Let's get started. So this is how the Firebase Studio looks like when you log in. Now you can do multiple things. Um, so you can come here and use some of these their existing template, and they also have some of the kind of inbuilt solution. You can go through these, like journal buddy, agentic, barista, and whatnot. If you have some ideas or application which are similar to this, then you can use it and make changes, or you can just come here and type in what kind of app you want to build and get started. So here, let's type in, let's try to build an app which is for lead generation. So create an app for lead generation which collects email and name and sends it to my email. Okay, let's see, and click on prototype with AI and let it do its magic. So here, like it'll start first with a blueprint that okay, you need to have data entry, form to submit, and it is kind of sharing the style guide also. And we just have to say prototype this app. Now it will create a prototype for us. So here it has created a kind of a lead magnet generating tool for us, and it is having two issues. So let's check out what they are. Okay, so like as a true vibe coder, I'll just ask AI to fix it without going through all the details. So now it's fixing this issue for us. Okay, there's still one issue. Let's check it out. Okay, let's fix this error also. It's submitting, but I don't know where it is sending the email. So let me tell it that, send this lead information to my email ID. Okay, now let's try it out. Now, in order to send email, it is asking me to choose an email provider like a SendGrid or something, and then installing the right packages and configuring. Now, I was expecting some of this to be out of the box from Google, but but it looks like we need to provide this information, which is in my mind not that user friendly. So now let's go to the code view. If you click here, we switch to code. And now you can have this kind of visual source, Visual Studio kind of a look and feel. And then we have to update the environment variable. Here we will update the API key. Okay, so it finally worked after changing the environment variable, adding key and all. So it is sending email, but unfortunately the email was going in spam. So I thought it's not working, but now it's all set. So this is how you create a basic app in Firebase. Now, the one challenge is that still, a lot of out of the box integrations are not there. If you build a more complex app, you need a databases and authentication. Those integrations also currently you have to do yourself, which might not be a easy thing for beginners. But I hope, in next few weeks or coming releases, Google should be able to address these issues. And if they do this, this will end up becoming one of the most powerful tool. Today we are going to discuss one amazing AI tool. It's called Lovable AI, and we are going to use it to create a web scraping app without writing a single line of code. So if you are into AI automation, or you want to extract data from web, you're an entrepreneur, want to scale up your business, or somebody who just want to learn about this, then make sure you stick around. So in this video, you're going to learn first what is Lovable AI and how you can use it. Second, we will create a web scraper, which will help you in scraping any kind of data from internet and help you in analysis. And finally, we'll discuss some of the practical use cases for this tool. Many viewers have been asking about creating some of the tools which can be used in real life and businesses. So we thought we'll discuss this web scraping tool this time. If you want us to build any tool for you on this channel, then please drop a comment. It can be something which is specific to your scenario, or maybe you're using some highly costly paid tool and you want to make a tool of yourself to uh, reduce those costs. Then feel free to drop a comment and we'll build that tool for you in this channel. Now, one thing you'll notice with big businesses is that almost always they either build their software themselves from scratch, or they customize existing softwares to fit into their business processes. But unfortunately, for small businesses and startup, they don't have that kind of luxury. If they're not very technical, they have to adapt their processes to whatever SaaS tool is available in market. But not anymore with AI, and we'll show you how you can use Lovable AI to do this. You can create any software you want. Create something only for you in matter of minutes. Before building a tool, let's discuss what is Lovable AI. So Lovable AI is an AI-based platform which can build applications for you by just describing it and without writing a single piece of code. You just provide some prompts or instruction, and AI will do all the work, generate code, and then you can deploy it in production and start using it. Now, a little bit, I want to tell you about the web scraper and which specific use case we are going to work this for. So today we will create a web scraper which can, go to Airbnb, put, a city or zip code, and then scrape reviews from maybe initial top 10, 20 properties. And then you can analyze this review or ask AI to analyze it, so that you get sentimental analysis of what people are looking for, why they are booking these properties, what's good, what's bad. And if you're a real estate investor, this information may help you if you're looking to starting your own Airbnb. Now, this is one use case, but you can use it for anything. So if you are an e-commerce store, you can use this tool to extract reviews from Amazon for different products, and create new products. Or if you are a local business, you can extract reviews from Google for your competition, and analyze it and see what people are liking, what people are not. So possibilities are endless. You can create any kind of web scraper and scrape news data and analyze it. So let's get into it and start building this. So let's look for Lovable AI. Okay. So this is where you land, like, idea to app in seconds. So, this is kind of an AI platform for creating different applications. Now, I have already logged in to this one, but if you have not, then, you can create a quick profile and get started with this. Now, whenever you're creating something, right, I suggest that you provide detailed prompts to the application, what you're trying to do and achieve. In many cases, right, people start with giving just a one line prompt, and then they keep editing and improving it over time. But unfortunately, when you do that, it may create, a lot of junk code, or, have things which may not be needed, and later it becomes really complex. So let's provide our prompt to this application. This is a prompt I have created, that we'll be creating an app to scrape data from Airbnb, basically Airbnb reviews. Currently, we are saying that first 10 listing you scrape. Later, you can increase it if you want. And we also want option to download data as an Excel. Okay. So let's hit enter, and let it do its magic. It'll take few minutes, and you'll have your app ready. As you can see, like, it is building app, creating code on right side. On left side, it is giving us, some more detailed prompt what it is doing. It has created a tool. Now let's, try it out. So I'm providing it a, name of a city and state, and then let's hit search reviews, and voila, yes, it has done it. So what it has done is, like, it has extracted reviews from, like, top 10 properties, and you can download it as an Excel also. If I click here, it's done, and we can check it out. Okay, so yes, so it has scraped the data as we expected, and we have pretty much everything we want. And as I suggested, right, same thing you can do for any business you want, or any other data you want to scrape from internet, right? And this kind of application will be ready in a second. Now, another thing which we can do is, like, we can ask it to summarize these review and provide a summary that, hey, why people are booking, what are they liking, what are they not liking. So let's add that prompt also. So here I have provided additional comment that we want to go through the reviews and summarize, so that we don't have to do it ourselves. So now if you see, like, it is summarizing also reviews, that okay, what people are liking, what people don't like. Currently it doesn't have a lot of negative thing, but it is able to do sentimental analysis also. So this way you can keep going, and adding more functionalities to your tool. Now another thing which you may want to do is, to store some of the data in a database. So in order to store, what you can do is, one of the easiest way I found is like this tool called Supabase. It is available, and it provides a very easy integration with Lovable. So first, what you can do is you can create an account with Supabase, and once you have created that account, you can come here, link your account, click on it, and I have already linked my account, but you can link it. And once you have linked, then you can ask Lovable to add functionality where you can save the data and it will get saved in Supabase. I told Lovable is that, can you save name of city, zip, whatever input user is making, let's add it in a database and it is persistent. So that, like, later I can analyze, okay, what people are generally looking for, which cities are hot or whatever, right? And or maybe people, we can share it with them that, okay, this is what folks are looking for. So when we did that, like, Lovable, it connected with Superbase. It created tables. Like, it created command and asked you, like, okay, are you ready? Uh, are you good with this? And we said yes. Then it created table in Superbase, and basically it created this functionality where it is saving database also. And then now when we search here, it is kind of saving these searches and showing us results here. And if you go to this Superbase database and look for the search history, yeah, so you'll see these things, they are getting stored. So name of city or zip, whatever you're searching, right? So you will have this database. So as you can see, right, I mean, very easily you can create projects or web apps in matter of few minutes. You don't have to go buy a new software or figure out how you'll do. Or even, I think it's better than AI agent. Instead of you working with AI agents and combining multiple tools to achieve something, right? Just tell Lovable or tools like these AI web creators that, okay, what you want, and your app will be ready in a matter of seconds. Now, do you want to clone any website using AI in just a matter of minutes? Now, whether it's for learning, inspiration, or just a quick prototype, I'm going to show you how you can do it step by step using powerful AI tools, and no coding experience needed. So by the end of this video, you'll learn how to copy paste any website, its functionality, look and feel, and how to customize it for your own use. Don't go anywhere and stay all the way till the end. So why someone may want to clone a website? So first, like, there might be a website in a particular domain, say a marketplace, and it's working pretty well, and you want to create a marketplace but maybe in a different domain. In this case, it may make sense to take inspiration from some of the look and feel and functionalities, and then make your own customization to make something unique. So if you go to WordPress and, like, you see a lot of themes to pick from to start your website. uh, Now, same way, you can take look at any website and use it as a base template and build something on top of it. So now let's dive in and see how to go about it. First step for cloning a website is to create a prompt which you can use in these AI builder software. So, like, the better prompt you have, the easier it will be for AI development software to create something which works for you. So we are going to create a prompt which will help us, in creating a website or cloning a website. So we are giving ChatGPT these instructions that, to create a prompt for us where we can provide a URL, and the AI application builder like a Lovable, Bolt, or anything, right? It can clone a website. So let's go ahead. Now, what's happening here is first, AI, like, it's creating a prompt for us. you see, this is the prompt which ChatGPT has created for us. So, clone a website. So you can put link of any website, and then it has mentioned something that, use these technologies, and it should have the navigation menus, images, and like, a lot of these things. So what I like to do is first copy paste and then make any edit I may want to. Let's go ahead and do that. So here I have refined the prompt a little bit in a Word doc. So currently, first we'll try to clone Airbnb.com. It's a marketplace for short-term rental. And what we are saying is that, like, we want to clone this website. And in technologies, I also added Python because it's something, very commonly used. And then, like, the look and feel and all those things it says. So now we have a prompt, and we will use this prompt in uh, different AI based, like, software builder. Now next step, we will use some of these AI based software builder. So today we'll try Bolt and Lovable. These are one of the common builders. You can use anything else also if you want. So what we will do is, when this area where they ask us what you want to build, we will provide this detailed prompt. Now, sometimes what people do is, they will provide a one-line kind of thing to the builder, one-line statement, and then builder will ask question, or builder will build something and they'll keep on refining. And, it may end up creating a lot of junk code or things which are not usable, and it may make things, overly complex. It's always a good idea to provide detailed prompt to the builder so that in first go it provides you a good product. So we will try Bolt, and we'll start the process. We'll also go to Lovable. We'll provide the same prompt and to start the process. Okay, so now these web builders are doing their job. So, first they analyze whatever prompt we have provided, and then they start, like, building code behind the scene. So if you see, Bolt has already started working. It is creating this code for us. And so let's give it a minute or two. Yeah, so it is installing files, dependencies installing. So it is like, just having a smart developer on your site who's building anything you want. And I've seen many people building, like, complex application for their businesses and, other purposes. And people are launching a lot of products also using these AI builders. We have earlier shared a complete video on Lovable and other AI builders like Replit. So I'll encourage you to check it out, and that will really help you in learning more about this AI software builders. Okay, so let's see what Bolt is doing. Yep, great. Great. So this is based on React language. They have created a mobile friendly version. And another few things you'll notice is, like, these this platform, they also offer integration with other components. For example, this Superbase, it's a backend database. So once you create something, you can have a database on Superbase and connect it. And you need database whenever you are creating an application. And even Lovable has same Superbase integration. So let's see. Let's go to preview. So let's see what Bold has created for us. Okay, great. Cool. So this is a sample which Bolt has created. Looks great. It has a good header. Look and feel is pretty similar to Airbnb. Okay, so it's good. Like, it has a footer and other details. So, so once you have this base code, right, you can make changes. So instead of Airbnb, whatever is your business name, you can enter and, go from there. Now, let's see what Lovable has done. Okay, Lovable is still, trying to create. Now imagine, like, so this you can want to use this template and have your own website for, say, short-term, direct bookings. So, you are a short-term rental host. So let's see, how to make modifications here. So Lovable is still working, but we'll, like, do these modifications on Bolt. So let's change the name first. So change the name from Airbnb to Retreat Rover. It is going, making changes, to the code base. So this is how, like, you can keep refining and make something which works for you. And once you are done, then, like, you can just deploy it and you're all set. Imagine the same process, right? If you were not having a AI builder, then you would have to hire, developers, maybe multiple developers, explain them what has to be done, have multiple back and forth for weeks or months to get something. But here, we are getting things prototype just in a matter of, a few minutes. But, like, once you go to production or actually deploy this site, and for regular, like, updates, it may be a good idea to work with a developer if there are any, specific things which uh, AI tool is not able to understand, or, it's finding it difficult to do. Okay. So if you notice here, it has made changes to, retreat rover. I have spelled it wrong, but I can correct it later. So Lovable, it got some error, and let's see what it's saying. So whenever you get an error with Lovable, right, just click try to fix it, and it'll fix that error for you. And, it'll show you also that, okay, this is the error, this is what I'm doing, and, it'll make those changes. Having, multiple properties. So if you're a short-term rental host with, say, 5 properties, you can use this template, create your own booking site, and, run Facebook ads or whatever, and write people here. Now we also have a site on Lovable, and this is how it looks. I think they have provided a different logo and all. But it looks good. I think it looks better than what Bolt has created, to be honest. More clean, and yep, like, I'm loving this. This is much better look and feel by far. So between Lovable and Bolt, I'll prefer Lovable from the cloning and look and feel perspective. Though Bolt is much faster, um, and I think Bolt also provides you an option to deploy a mobile app, which I don't think Lovable has currently. Our next step, or step 6, is monetization. So most of the folks who are learning about AI, their ultimate aim is to, monetize it or earn some way. And there are many ways to do it. So first, you can use it on your regular day-to-day, either job or business, and improve efficiency. A lot of things which are manually done currently can be automated via AI, so that, you save time and be more productive. Second is, you can create some kind of AI agency, which is either doing marketing or doing development for customers. A lot of people who don't have knowledge about AI, they can come to you, and, you can charge for it and monetize your knowledge related to AI. Another third option is to, develop apps or tools. So you can use these AI coding or AI agents to create apps, which others can, purchase, and you can scale up. A lot of people are coming up with a SaaS based tool, and in future, you will see a lot of platforms are coming where you can sell your AI agents as well. That can be another way to monetize this. Now let's talk about some of those free resources which we talked about during start of this video. So I'll drop a link below, but one of those resources is a complete course on AI agents, which will teach you everything about how to develop and what are AI agents to different platforms these make, and at the end Zapier, how to use these platforms to create, and you can create a AI agent hands-on. I'll also drop a link for free resource on tips and tricks related to chat GPT and some other AI courses. And I hope all of these things will help you with your AI journey. So don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. We'll be launching more videos specifically targeted around beginners. And if you have any comments, feel free to share, and we'll share those videos with you. Thanks. Have a nice day.